Hey guys, how you doing? Jay with Liberty Ring Creations. Today we're going to do something fun. We're going to start a new, what we hope will become a series, doing some Q&A, trying to answer your guys' questions. I don't ever claim to be an expert. I just thought it'd be a fun way to make the show a little more interactive and give my opinions on the way I create jewelry. So, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're going to start with the first set of questions from Todd Ransom. First question is, what size punch do you use when making quarter rings, and do you change punches for different size rings? The simple answer, Todd, to that is I only use one size punch. It's a 1/2-inch punch. I believe it's from the Legacy Tools, if I remember. It's been a while since I ordered it. It's been working great. Would I like to use different size punches? Absolutely. I think some of the fatter coins could use a bigger punch. I do like a really beefy band, but I think some of the ladies don't want a huge band for if they want a silver. So I would probably go down to, a 1/2 ounce silver and make it a little more reasonable. But I do like bigger bands. I think it's just more of a statement ring. And so that would answer that, hopefully. Thank you for the question. Do you ever seal your coin rings, especially clad coins? And the answer is yes. I seal most of my wood rings with CA glue, and then I'll use Renaissance wax. I'm a big fan of this stuff. I use that for wood and some metal rings. The clad rings I have used with pretty good luck Protect-A-Clear. I found that I needed multiple coats. I wasn't coating at first enough, so I think, a few coats of this seems to work real well. Thanks for the question. Next question from Todd is, what's your favorite and least favorite ring to make? Any styles? As far as coin rings, my favorite would be 1/2 ounce Walking Liberty, silver round. Love those. Unfortunately, impossible to find right now. So if anyone has any and wants to send them our way, let me know. Least favorite ring would probably be the fake Morgan that I purchased at a ridiculous price because I wanted to see if it could make a good looking ring. I wasn't trying to pawn it off as a real Morgan. I just wanted to see if I could make it into a ring. Almost broke some tooling. It was awful. Lesson learned. I will never buy a fake Morgan to try and do anything with again. Good question. Your next question is, what tools are still on your wish list, upgrades, or ones that you would like to make life easier? Probably some of the Jason's Work stuff. I'd love to have his punches, his punch with the different size dies in it, so I can apply it to your first question. Different size rings, different size punches, so that's big on my wish list for sure. Upgrades, I'd like to get some more tooling for my lathe. There's a radius cutter that I'd really like to have. Just will speed up the process. I can, certainly sand a radius or different tooling to make a radius, but there's a pretty slick radius cutter I've seen that I'd love to get and mess around with. So when I do, I'll make sure to put that in a video and maybe do a little review for you guys. All right, thanks, Todd. Those are great questions. Jeannie Marie says, for your coin rings, how do you choose the coins? What do you look for? I think for circulated coins, I just try to find the coins. I try to cherry pick the coins with the most detail if they're circulated. For uncirculated coins, I think because they're going to be, in mint condition, really design. I try to picture what the band is going to look like. A little tip I can do is like a Sharpie magic marker. You can hold it on the coin if you're at a local coin shop or a flea market or whatever. If you hold it in the center of the coin, that'll give you sort of a visual of what the band is going to look like. Great question. Thanks. All right, next question is Hildebrandt Art. What's the best way to polish and upkeep coin rings and jewelry? Excellent question. As far as polish, what I have been using is this stuff here. It's called Flitz. It's a metal polish. You can use it on metal, plastic, or fiberglass. It's not necessarily a cheap product, but it's fantastic, and you don't need a whole lot of it. A little pea-size drop will go a very, very long way. So I've had really good luck with this for copper, for silver, even on some of the resin stuff I do. The resin stuff, my only recommendation with that is I have noticed that if I try to polish some of the resins on the lathe with this, I think because of the speed, the high speed, it seems to take a little bit of the shine off after a 12,000. So this may be a little more aggressive than a 12,000 grit. So I would say, if you're doing any resins, maybe just a hand polish with this, but experiment. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So great product. Thanks for the question. And our next question comes from Jeannie Marie. Jeannie Marie says, I'm here from the LMJ group, and she wanted to know what ring stretcher that I use. She's thinking about getting one. So what I did, in lieu of me remembering the exact lettering and numbering of the model number, I put the link for the stretcher in the comment section for you, Jeannie. So you can go ahead and look that up, the link for the exact stretcher I use. There's a bunch of them out there. I just happened to choose this one because it had 6 splines versus 4. I've had pretty good luck with it. I've been using it for quite a while, and so far so good. The only recommendation I have is definitely a little bit of maintenance. You're going to want to oil everything, maybe take some of the packing oil, the Cosmoline, off when you get it, and then just make sure to oil the internals and just keep it oiled and cleaned, and it's been real reliable. So thanks for the question. Okay guys, so for the final question, I did get some questions about the bench that I'm using. So this is the Husky adjustable. I believe there's 2 of these. I believe this is the 52-inch, and I think that they make a bigger one, I believe. So far, it's been a great bench. It does have wheels. You don't have to use the wheels. I left it on wheels because if I do any mobile stuff, flea markets or whatnot, or I'm starting to do some seminars in the summer, so I wanted it to be fairly mobile where I could move it around a little bit. The top drawer is approximately a foot deep, and then the bottom drawer is deeper. They are shallow height-wise, the drawers, but so far it's been working great. The one feature I do love the most with this is it has an adjustable height, which for me at 6'4" has come in really handy, because if I want to stand at the bench, I can crank up the height, and if I want to sit down, I can lower it, or if I'm doing something where I need more leverage, I can lower it even more. So I have my stretcher and my arbor press and grinder bolted to it. If I get a little aggressive with the stretcher or arbor press, it does wiggle around a little bit, but I do still have it on wheels. I feel like without the wheels, it would be more stable. But so far, great bench. Love it. Haven't broken it yet. All right, guys. Well, that'll wrap it up for today. We want to thank all you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. And thank you for all your questions. This was actually a lot of fun to do. Keep those questions coming. Post them in the video link. And you can post on Facebook, post your questions there. And we'd love to make this into a series because this was a lot of fun to do. All right, guys. Well, stay safe, and we will see you next time. That